Brandon has agreed to move out and oh my god, his parents are mad. 90 Day Fiance was just on and we have so much to talk about, but holy crap, it finally happened. Brandon sat down with Julia. Julia was freaking upset and we can talk about it a little bit. Basically, she just hates the farm life. She's sick of living with Brandon's parents. She wants to be with Brandon and I kind of agree with the majority of what she's saying. I will say for sure, Brandon's parents do seem out of their mind and crazy, so I agree on that note, and Julia just simply wants to move out. We all know that. Well, in the last episode, Brandon, was sat down by Julia, and she sat him down and said, hey, you're either going to move out and we are going to find a place and move out, or I'm going back home. And Brandon, he cried and he was sad and he was so emotional, but he finally said, okay, let's do it. I will do it. But the weird thing was he said, I will do it. He goes, I'm going to talk to my parents and tell them that we're going to move out. But he worded it in such a way, it was almost like he had to ask their permission if he could move out. And I was watching that thinking, wait, what? The guy's like 27, 28 years old. It sounds like he'd be the one paying for the apartment. What in God's name do his parents have to do with it? And real quick, I do have to say, if you are new to this channel, please, it means the world if you could hit the subscribe or follow button, and also please hit that like button, hit the share button, share it with anyone and everyone. It means the absolute world to me, so thank you guys so much for watching. And now back to the rest of this drama. So that was the weird thing. Then we saw the sneak peek of the upcoming episode that, wait a second, he did actually sit down with his parents. Julia was not there, and oh my god, at first, his mom and dad, mainly the dad, they were mad. I'm telling you guys, they were freaking mad. When Brandon said that we have to move out, Julia's not happy. She doesn't want to live on the farm. She doesn't want to work on the farm. We have to move out. And, you would have thought that he just told his parents the worst news in the whole world. You would have thought that he just told his parents that he was moving across the country. More than likely, Brandon and Julia are going to get a place about 5 minutes away. So it's not that big of a deal. But oh my god, the dad was furious, and the mom, she was mad. And then all of a sudden, about a second later, and the flip switch, and she started hysterically crying. And like I said, it's like, where's the guy moving? To Antarctica? They're moving to freaking cross the street couple miles away. Who gives a crap? I didn't think it was a big deal. If anything, I bet Brandon's parents are mad because now Brandon and Julia probably will not be helping out on the farm, and they're probably losing free labor. So they're probably mad about that. But it's like, what the? You can still see the freaking people, and your relationship with Brandon and Julia will probably be better now, though. So it's like the only thing they could possibly be mad about is that they're losing help and labor on the farm, because it's like they're probably going to have a better relationship now that they have a little bit of distance. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Comment below what you guys think, but oh my god, they were mad. And the things with Julia, let me just really quickly say, I agree. The only little comment I have about Julia that I kind of find interesting and I'm curious on is, okay, fantastic. Now they're going to go get their own apartment, their own house. They'll be likely living alone. Brandon's going to be working all day long. What is Julia going to do? She can't get a job, so what is she going to do? Hang out by herself all day? I'm not saying that her working on the farm is good, or that she even should be working on the farm, but it does kind of give her something to do. Not that it's, I get it. I'm with Julia that it's annoying and that his parents are rude and controlling. I get it. But it's still like, what does she really plan on doing with all this free time that she's going to have now? So that is kind of a weird, awkward, touchy, topic. I'm curious to see how that plays out. But more on them in a couple minutes. Now we have to talk about, oh my god, Andrew and Amira. They have been a little low-key, a little quiet at first, but now, they're like become one of the main couples of this season because they have the most bizarre, just craziest storyline. Here's what is going on. We all know Andrew flew to Mexico. Amira flew from France to Mexico. She got detained and then deported. The Mexico government, I guess, ended up telling Amira that the reason that they could not let her in the country is because she didn't have a passport, which that doesn't sound real or even true. And Amira claims that the people in Mexico, the government or whatever, when they were handing her back her detainment paper, they handed it with, her passport on top of it. So, like, meaning that that was not the case and that they were clearly lying. And I watched that thinking, like, why would they do this? Why would they lie? Let's just assume that, that they did lie about the passport thing. It's like, why? Why are they lying? So I didn't get that. Can't really make any heads or tails of that. But either way, she got sent back to France, and then we got to see her dad pick her up at the airport. He was devastated. He was sad. He was scared. So we thought, and so we still kind of think. Here's the kicker, though. Amira's dad, told Amira that, hey, Andrew, this is Andrew's fault, and he also said that he is not a man for what went down. Now, I'm not really a fan of Andrew. I think the guy is very bizarre. Maybe he has a bizarre sense of humor. Maybe he's a great guy. I don't know, but he just seems kind of just really bizarre. That's all I'm gonna say for now. He just seems kind of like, really weird and bizarre. But anyways, I'm not saying I'm like Team Andrew. All I am saying is, though, it's like, for Amira's dad to say that, I mean, I guess if Andrew was really, really, really pushing for Amira to go to Mexico, and this was 100% his idea, then yes, it would be his fault. But Andrew's acting like it wasn't his idea. Andrew's acting like it was Amira's idea. Amira bought the flight to Mexico. She wanted to do all this stuff. So it's like, well, whose side can we believe? And the craziest thing is, after Amira's dad called Andrew, like, what, not a man or something, Andrew went right on social media and said that Amira's dad was homeless and that he, he was, I don't even know, trying to get Amira on a TV show, and he's a liar and he'll do anything for money, and that he didn't talk to Amira for years and years and years, and all this stuff, which, let me freaking say, number one, first thing is, if he was homeless, that's nothing to do with his character. He, saying that he's homeless is not saying like he was a liar. The guy could be the most honest guy, and he could be down on his luck and be homeless. So that's not saying, for Andrew to say he was homeless, therefore he was a jerk or something, well, that's not cool, and that isn't cool at all. So it's like that, I don't really agree with Andrew on that, no. But hey, if this guy was, begging for money, and he was like robbing people, and he was lying, well, then we have a different, topic of conversation. But just because he's homeless, that has nothing to do with him being a good man or not. So that was not cool. But still, it's like we're watching this and oh my God, what is going on? Now here is why I kind of think Andrew is weird. And you guys, please comment below what you guys think. But the thing that I don't like, I will say, is Andrew went to Mexico. We all know she gets deported. She gets detained, deported, blah, 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 blah. Andrew made it to the resort. At first, it kind of somewhat sort of looked like he was trying to kind of make an effort to help her figure out. Well, the 3 days went by, she ends up going back to France, and Andrew is still just lounging and hanging out in paradise in Mexico. And that is where I was like, that just seems kind of freaking odd. Now, Andrew claimed that he was just like, hey, I already got my work covered, I'm hanging out, I paid for this trip, and I'm gonna lounge around in paradise. Yeah, I kind of get that, I guess, but it's just like, ooh, this is weird because this should be like a tragedy. Like the woman you wanted to marry was going to come to Mexico. She couldn't make it. Wouldn't you be sad? Like, he was lounging around and he was trying to act like he was sad. Maybe he was sad, but he was kind of just lounging around like, oh my God, I wish Amir was here. And it's like, dude, shouldn't you be more sad? But he went and got a massage, and he was going around in the water, and he had a boating trip planned, and all this stuff planned. And I was like, this just seems so not the right time, and it made me feel uncomfortable, and just like, dude, I feel like you're for me, it made me feel like Andrew did not give a crap that she could make it or not make it, and I feel like he was just like, hey, if you want to come, you come, but she couldn't come, and I feel like he was just like, so what? I'm still gonna have a great old time, and I really don't give a crap. I guess I could be wrong, so definitely make sure to comment below, but that just seemed kind of weird. But yeah, comment below on what y'all think, but more on them also in a couple minutes. Now we gotta talk about Yara and Joey. We already know Joey's gone. He's been gone for a month now on work. Yara, she thought she was pregnant, she took a test, and oh my God, we already know the cat's out of the bag. The cat's been out of the freaking bag for weeks and weeks and weeks. Yara and Joey, they have a baby. They're having a baby, and it sounds like that she actually had the baby in September. This has been out for literal weeks and weeks and weeks. Like I said, I have a friend that happens to just live and has seen Yara and Joey in New Orleans millions and millions and millions of times, and I've known this for literal weeks, and I've kept it a spoiler, but I did a video, I don't even know, a while ago. It's a common knowledge. This is very common. Everyone knows that they're having a baby. The funny kind of thing I will say about these two is she found out she was pregnant. Joey was still gone for work. Joey came back a day or so later, and she never broke him the news. Like, she picked him up. They got into a little bit of a fight. It's kind of awkward, kind of weird. And then he really never really brought her up that she was having a baby. And it looks like a couple days go by, and then she ends up telling him, hey, I'm pregnant. And Joey does not believe it, and he makes her get tested again. And then it's like kind of wishy-washy, might be, might not be. And then he's like, oh my God, you are lying. But we already know in present day, they have a baby. It sounds like it's a baby girl, and it sounds like I said, they have the baby in September. Now, if you're wondering, well, are they still together? Is she in America? I do not know. I've heard both. I've heard that she went back, to Ukraine with the baby. I've heard that they've been spotted in Louisiana. I have no idea. If I had to guess, I'd probably say she's still around here with the baby, but you never really honestly have any idea what in God's name is gonna go down. And oh my God, we finally got to meet Ryan. Now, we all know Stephanie. Ryan, she is the lady from Grand Rapids, freaking Michigan, and Ryan is the man from Belize. He's 27, she's what, 50-ish? I don't even know. She's in her 50s. Well, she finally was able to go to Belize. The border opened. She went on this plane, went on that plane, this, that, and the other. She made it to Belize, and it was interesting. First things first is Stephanie was talking about how she bought Ryan this, and she bought him that, and she bought him this $3,000 watch, and this watch, and that watch. And oh my God, what is wrong with her? You guys, seriously, what in God's name is wrong with Stephanie? Why does she have to buy him crap? I know people like this too, myself. A lot of people like this, actually, kind of, that just, they want to control everyone. And people that are control freaks and also have money, I feel like have a tendency to just say, I'm going to control you with my money. And I feel like that's what's going on with Stephanie and Ryan. She knows that he is not committed whatsoever in this relationship. He does not give a crap about her. And the only reason she's hanging on by a thread is because of the money and because she buys him crap. That is my 2 cents. I don't think he likes her. I think he likes her enough, but it's like the only reason he's still hanging around is because of that ka-ching, that money, and it's god-awful and very unfortunate. So that was kind of weird seeing her pack all that crap. It was honestly kind of just uncomfortable to watch. Then she makes it to Belize. Okay, yeah, they're all happy, blah, 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 which is stupid. And then they get there, they're all fake happy. They go to the resort, and then that once again, she unpacks all the millions and millions and millions of gifts that she got him, and it's like, this is so awkward. It was awkward, it was uncomfortable, and it was just weird. Like, she got him sandals. Like, it made me feel like she was like his parent, kind of. It was just really weird to watch. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. Like, it was like Christmas morning, and she had these gifts, like, it was freaking like she was his mom giving him gifts on Christmas morning. She was like, well, here's this, try this on. This is just kind of weird and uncomfortable, I thought, at least. And so he was just like, oh my God, I love it, you're the best, or this. But then we hear him talk, and he says, I would much rather just have cash. So that was like, just boom, okay, book closed, I'm done with this Ryan guy. I've already had enough, I've seen enough. He is using her, he does not give a crap about her, and frankly, for the guy to even say that out in public, that he would rather have cash than these gifts, screw you, that's all I gotta say. I'm not a fan, I don't like you, that's not cool, that is incredibly rude, and he comes off very rude to me. That is just my 2 cents, so definitely make sure to comment below. But I mean, dude, what is your problem? She bought you this crap, she went out of the way to get you this crap. Even if she has a lot of money, it's like she still spent her time to find you crap that you're probably gonna like. Just be thankful, be happy, and shut your mouth. So Ryan seems very cocky. He seems very, like, just all in his head, like he's some amazing catch, when it's like, really, dude? He's a good enough looking guy, but it's like, Stephanie has the upper hand in this situation, I feel like, because she has the money. She's a catch too. And it's like, if she leaves, he's out of a job, and he's out of getting all this random crap all the time. So it is just a weird situation, and I could hardly even watch it. And last but not least, because we did not see Hazel and my guy Tariq, and we did not see Ziad and Rebecca. I don't know why, but we did not see them. However, we did get to see, oh my God, Mike and Natalie. Natalie, the chronic complainer. Well, this episode was a little different because we started this episode off with, guess who's coming to town? Mike's mom. And right once Natalie heard that, a flip switched inside of her and she went from being a chronic complainer to actually kind of being relatively nice. And at first I was being a gullible idiot saying, oh wow, she's really being nice and normal and just like a normal person. Then I realized, oh no, what is actually going down is she just wants to put on a show for the mom at first, I thought. So then she was trying to be nice to keep Mike all happy and blah, blah, blah. But then things kind of got interesting because the mom came, and come to find out the mom is very she's not the kind of person, it appears at least, that's gonna beat around the bush and be kind of fake. She's like, this is who I am, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is how I'm gonna do it. So it's like she was right to, okay, this, and she was not faking anything, Mike's mom. And surprisingly, at first, like, they were possibly butting heads in little ways, possibly. But then I feel like after Mike's mom started to talk, and she was just being in the middle and reasoning with both of them, I feel like Natalie, Mike's mom, kind of actually somewhat sort of got along. The weird thing about Natalie in this whole situation is she is so stuck up about the wedding and the date and the ring, and I get it because she wants her mom, maybe a couple of her friends, to come to America for the wedding. The problem is they need to file the K-1 visa. Now, of course, looking back on this was all filmed in February, March, April, and we all know that was the time of the stay-at-home pandemic. So they couldn't even have came anyway, but they didn't know that then because this was filmed in February. So, looking back on it, I believe even if they do get married, if they do, hypothetically. Okay, it's like, well, her mom can't come anyway to the wedding, but Natalie's so caught up on that. And then finally, she just tells Mike's mom, and Mike's mom is kind of reasoning with both sides. She's kind of mediating the whole situation. It was kind of actually cool to see, and they were kind of getting along, Mike and Natalie. They agreed to set up a wedding date, which is April 3rd, and blah, 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 so they're all excited. Now, here's the weird thing for me. I've heard from a million different sources, 90-day, the melanated way being one of them, but it's like, I've heard that Natalie's been married several times. I don't remember if she's even mentioned this when she first came on the show. She might have, but now it sounds like she's been married twice before, and Mike will be her third marriage, which to me, that just seems like, geez, why are you rushing back into marriage? Like, what she's doing with Mike is completely rushed because they left on not a good note. She's coming here. They only had 90 days. She's been married twice before. Why is she rushing this? Like, oh my God, girl, date or just something. This just seems a little bit ridiculous, and it's kind of like, why are you trying so desperately? Even why'd she even come here? Because they're not a good match in my eyes. They fight constantly. They don't seem like they're compatible at all. So it's like, why are you guys even really doing this? And it'd be one thing if it was her first marriage. She wants to get married, all that kind of fun games. But it's like, you've been married twice before. What are you doing? So, oh my God, y'all, this is just crazy. I am at a loss of words I'm curious to see what Brandon and Julia are going to do. It sounds like they're going to move out, but I'm kind of curious how his parents take it. They definitely were not happy, but to me, it's like if they were even somewhat reasonable and just were logical, they would realize, oh, well, we're going to stay in contact with them. We'll still see them. We won't be living with them, which is perfectly fine because he's 28 years old and he should not want to live there for the rest of his life. So that is kind of stupid. But with Andrew and Amira, oh my God, what is going to happen? Like, a little itsy bitsy part of me, believe it or not, is kind of thinking that, oh my God, maybe Amira and Andrew will work. Maybe she's here in America and maybe they get married. Like, it sounds far-fetched. It sounds crazy, but hear me out, because we do see that Andrew ends up trying to convince Amira that they have to try this again and maybe go to Brazil this time instead of going to Mexico. And so it sounds like there's a possibility that she might actually get on another plane and fly to Brazil, which would be unbelievable. So I don't know if that happens, but Andrew is talking about it. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. Pretty freaking crazy. And I'm also shocked with Ryan and Stephanie. I cannot believe how, number one, just how freaking... what is the deal with Stephanie's money? Why does she throw it around so much? And then with Ryan, dude, say thank you and mean thank you. And understand, Ryan, that if she was not here to give you this stuff, you wouldn't have it. So it's like, for him to say that he wants cash, that's just like rude and stupid and really honestly kind of hurtful. And if I was Stephanie, I would be freaking pissed. But oh my God, 90-Day Fiance, what a show. So much drama. And believe it or not, y'all, we have so much more stuff to talk about that I'm not even going to talk about in this video with other 90-Day Fiance drama and whatnot for the rest of this week. So oh my God, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it mean the world to me if you could hit that like button, comment below your thoughts, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.